Good morning, Facebook family and friends and YouTube subscribers. Today is Monday, September 29th. September is about over. This is September 29th, 2014. Over the weekend, I spent some time with a buddy of mine who's a pastor. I have a lot of friends who are pastors. I was counting in my head. I probably know about somewhere between 15 to 20 or 25 people who I know. I just thought about a few more, maybe 30 people, all black gay men who are pastors. Not all of them are out of the closet. Some of them, they're all pastor at some type of church or wherever. They've all gone to college. They all have degrees in being a pastor. Various ages, from as young as in the early 30s to early 50s. All black, gay. Some of them have been married. Some are married. It's for me personally. I'm not really a religious person. Religion to me creates a lot of stuff in my mind that's not for me. So religion is not for me. No religion, Muslim, Christian, whatever, Jewish, none of them. But I just find it odd. I find it very odd and very strange that so many African American pastors are gay. Now, there might be some white gay pastors out there. I'm quite sure there's a whole bunch of them out there. I personally haven't met any in my dealings on a day-to-day basis. But living here in Atlanta, being a black gay man, I have met so many black gay men who are pastors, who are ordained, who are men of God. It just, to me, it's almost odd. I always just sit back and say, how did you end up? I always ask my friends, how'd you end up a pastor? But they feel like they have such a close relationship with God. All these men are very religious. It's like I said, some are married. I don't know if their wives know that they're gay, or I don't know this. Some are divorced. They used to be married, now they're divorced. Ultimately, all of these men are living as gay men now, or participating in gay sex. But here's the thing that I find interesting. They're very uncomfortable with what the scripture tells them about their sexuality. Not all of them, but some of them, like a couple of my friends said they don't approve of gay marriage. Now, let me get this straight. They gay, they in relationships, they're having sex with men, but they have a problem because of scripture or their religious beliefs. They don't believe in gay marriage. I'm not sure what to say about that, because people are entitled to believe what they want to, because I know I have some atheist friends who don't believe in gay marriage. So, everybody is not going to support gay marriage. I guess the purpose of this video is for me to try to get clarification and understanding as to how so many African American pastors are gay. Why? What causes so many gay men to seek to be men of the cloth or men of God or pastors, preachers, bishops, whatever? Because I've met so many of them over the years. I've always sat back shaking my head. And really it got to a point, I'm just speaking Walter Hampton's opinion right here. This is just my opinion. I really don't think there are very many straight pastors out there in the black community. The vast majority of these pastors in these churches are bisexual or gay men. I mean, it's just, I never forget, maybe more than 10 years ago, after the flood in New Orleans, a certain church moved to the Atlanta metropolitan area. Now, I'm not really a church-going person, so I didn't notice who this pastor was. All I know is I later found out that when the flood, Katrina hit New Orleans, this big church moved to Atlanta. One night I was out at the club, going out with some friends. I'll never forget, it was Thanksgiving weekend because Earl was out of town. So I was out hanging with some friends, and I noticed this guy in his expensive car. I want to say it was either a Maybach or a Bentley or a Mercedes S-Class. I can't remember. It was an expensive car. I caught mine. Older guy. I was driving my Mercedes at the time. He followed me into the parking lot, He put up next to me, and we ended up talking. He acted like he was looking for something in the area, and I'm like, yeah, right. So I was showing him, giving directions where he was at. We ended up talking, and we ended up exchanging phone numbers because he asked me, I told him I did personal training. He was asking me all this questions about physical fitness and stuff. This was right here in this parking lot. We exchanged information, and he and I became, we would talk and text each other on the phone. But little did I know this man was a well-known pastor. I didn't know because I'm not really a religious person. But I had no clue this man was a pastor of a massive church. But we became friends to a degree until he became very aggressive with wanting to do certain things with me sexually that I was not about to do with that old man. And so I cut it off. And then I found out later on who he was when all the shit blew up with Bishop Eddie Long. And I said, and then I started doing my research, and I said, oh, wait a minute, what's his name? That's who that was. Anyway, I just think that there's something odd and strange that so many black gay pastors, so many black African-American pastors are gay. Now, what leads these men to live this double life? Because some of them are not very honest about their sexuality. To their parishioners, the members who attend their churches, they don't know this. Many of them just don't know that their pastors are bisexual or gay. They seem to think these men are straight. For all purposes, they do look straight. All of them, everyone I know, look straight, but they're not. So I guess my question is to people out there, I want to hear you guys' opinion why you think so many African American pastors are gay. And it's not just Atlanta. I've been to Chicago, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York. I can name some churches with some gay pastors that I've met. A whole bunch of them. Miami, everywhere. Texas, Los Angeles. These are places that I've been to and met gay pastors. All black. Like I said, I'm sure there's some white ones out there somewhere. I ain't met them. But I'm sure there are some white ones out there too. This is not just a black thing. This is a problem for the church. But why? I'm asking this because I really want to know. I want to get you guys' opinion. Why are so many African American pastors bisexual or gay? And that's just my question because I don't know the answer to this question. I have an idea, but I want to hear what you guys have to say first. I can get your opinion as to what you think. Why you think so many African American? Am I the only person who notices? I know I'm not the only person who notices this. But because there are, like I said, just here in Atlanta, I know about 30 guys that, I started off at 10, then got to 15, then 20. Right about now, I'm thinking about 30 that I could name and identify friends of mine, people or associates that I know who are black gay pastors who preach at a church, or some are this is their income. This is what they do for a living. They're pastors, and I don't have seen nothing wrong with that. I'm just curious as to why so many African American pastors are gay or bisexual. Looking forward to reading you guys' comments and giving your. So I'm very curious to know. I want to hear you all's opinions on what you think. Why? Help me understand how so many African American pastors are gay. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm gonna finish drinking my coffee and enjoy your Monday. It's a cool day here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I look forward to reading you all's comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and subscribe and join me on Facebook for some very daily conversations I have throughout the week. Anyway, I'm out. Enjoy your Monday.